All right, here's something that I've really been looking forward to and something I think that you're going to love. Gilan Gork's book, Persuasion Games, showcases some of the old skills used to persuade the mind. It ranges from the power and influence of dress code to the effects of psychic healing. Are human beings cases of the conditioned mind? All right, well, Gilan joins us now, and he's going to shed a little bit of light of what being a mentalist and the persuasion of the mind is all about. So good to have you in studio. Welcome,
It's great
Gilan.
to be here. Good morning.
Have you been on the program? You have been on before,
I
haven't
have
you?
been a while back,
Yeah,
yes.
it was a good few years ago, I remember.
Exactly,
I do
yeah.
remember that. So, okay, the book is... It's out. It has been since May. And, I mean, you've been topping best-selling lists all over the place. Your first one, I mean, how does it, I suppose, how does it translate? What are people loving about it?
Well, I think a lot of people are loving the fact that I do divulge some of the secrets. Because when you see things that a mentalist does, sometimes it looks like supernatural or psychic abilities.
Yeah.
And whenever I do shows for any of my clients, and that's very much entertainment-based, and people, I tell them it might look like psychic powers, but it's actually really secrets of the mind. It's how we persuade, how we influence. And so some of those secrets are divulged in the book, but really it's about, in a practical way, how can you influence people in your life? And I think people enjoy that.
Yeah, well, it's like a magician spilling the beans of how some tricks are done.
Exactly.
So I'm sure some of the mentalists don't like you, but guaranteed most of the stuff is still under wraps. But how did you, I mean, what is a mentalist really?
A mentalist is someone who does something with the mind. It's quite a broad term. You know, some people specialize in things like memory. Some people specialize in things like maths. I specialize in reading and influencing people. But the best way really to see what a mentalist is just to demonstrate it.
Yeah, I suppose you're right.
So let's try a little something right now, okay?
Let's do it, yeah.
I've got two pads with me over here, a clipboard and a pad of paper. I'm actually going to ask for you to take that clipboard over there.
Okay.
I have a marker for you over here.
Yeah.
And I'm going to ask you to think of a basic shape or picture or whatever's easy for you to draw, which I'm obviously trying to influence you to think of something specific. I have been trying to influence you for a while.
You have been. And
So-
I'm hoping that I've sort of thrown the course off a bit here.
Yes, and so no one could know what it is that you're thinking, right?
Yeah.
You haven't told anyone anything. I mean,
No.
really, right now, you've just got this picture in your head, and I'm going to ask you right now to draw whatever's on your mind. Go ahead and draw that picture.
Okay.
And I'm going to draw a picture over here of something that I have been hoping to influence you to think of here. I'm going to try to draw it a little bit abstract for me, and I'm not sure how your mind would have interpreted this picture over here and the shapes that I have in mind. But I'm finished drawing over here, and if I've influenced you correctly, our pictures will look remarkably similar.
Okay.
On the count of three, let's turn them around. Here
Okay.
we go. One, two, three. Check it out.
But how, okay.
I was hoping you'd go for more of a bush. But you went for a tree, and I'm glad you got the little hints of the dots inside as well that I wanted you to.
But I can't believe it. I mean, okay, so, wow. So you, right, how did this, because you asked me to do this earlier.
Right, earlier on I said to you, when we get on TV, I'm going to ask you to think of a picture. Did you feel like I tried to influence you at all?
Well, I
in
did,
terms of the
because
linguistics or the...
You did. You said to me, think of a shape or think of a kind of like a childlike thing.
Yeah.
Think of a shape, think of a, maybe a stick figure. You know, whatever it is, just draw it.
Exactly.
So that was it, and I thought, okay, I am not drawing a shape. I'm just going to like stick to a tree. I firstly can't draw to save my life, and secondly, yeah. So
but isn't it amazing how?
But how, okay, now let's just talk about this now. Really, how do you do this? I mean, what? And I got the little piece of paper of what I actually drew, and this was much earlier, and you didn't see me drawing it.
No,
but
not
there
at
it
all.
is. If you can zoom in, it's
Let's have
exactly
a
the
look at
same
that.
thing.
That's exactly the same picture.
It's exactly.
so-
I mean, I drew this about 20 minutes ago.
And you haven't shown anyone.
No,
I
no, it's
mean,
been in
you
my
drew that
pocket.
in private and you
Yeah.
put it in your pocket. So the amazing thing is that we're influenced by things every single day. Our mind is influenced by things that we hear, that we see. And a lot of people don't realize how predictably irrational, as an author, Dan Ariely, says in his book, Predictably Irrational, we think that we're random and that we're irrational and that we make decisions based on a whim, but actually we're predictably irrational. Once you understand what makes our minds tick, then you'll be able to start to influence people. You'll be able to start to predict or move people in a certain direction. And this is important, whether you're going for your next job interview or you're negotiating a price for your next house, or if you're trying to get a raise at work. You know, all of these situations, you're trying to influence people. And so understanding how people tick is important.
So, okay, it's all well and good that you can predict that I'm going to draw a tree or a bush on a piece of paper, but in your life, when it comes to important things, have you used things like this? I mean, has it created something in your life that perhaps has led to more success?
Absolutely, yes. You know, if we think about anything in any area of our lives, and I'm obviously no exception, our effectiveness in any area is linked to our ability to influence. And the more we're able to influence people, the more effective we can be. So I've used it in my life with certain relationships. Now, you see, a lot of people, when I say that, they'll think, oh, so you're manipulating people in your life, you know?
Love relationships, you kind of, I know what you're thinking. I mean, no one knows what women are thinking except for Gilan.
And my girlfriend is immune to me. But
I'm happy to hear that. I'm happy to hear it.
Yeah, but really, it's not about manipulation. When you talk about influence, especially in relationships, really it's like, influence, manipulation, persuasion, these terms really are neutral.
Yeah.
I believe they're like a surgeon's knife, and they can be used for great good or for great evil, depends on the person using them.
I know we're going to take a break quickly because there's another trick you're going to set up, a game. What do you call it? Not a trick?
We call it an experiment.
Experiment, thank you. But can anybody learn this? I mean, anybody watching out there, are they able to take this and use it for the good of themselves?
Yes, and I'm passionate about teaching people this. A lot of people ask if I was born with a gift, and it's not a gift. It's a learned skill that I was mentored. A good starting point is to read my book, to start learning some of the psychology of persuasion. But yes, anyone can learn it. I mean, I run workshops and talks for companies where people walk out, and immediately as they walk out, they're able to use these skills. So it's something that is very, very practical that can make big differences in people's lives.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to take a quick break here on the program. And when we come, I don't know what it is you're setting up, but it's got something to do with staples.
It's a very dangerous experiment.
And I'm going to staple you, is that?
Hopefully not, if I'm able to influence you.
All right, so stay tuned. This could turn into reality TV on another level. All right, Gilan is staying with us, so please don't go anywhere. You've got to watch this. All right, we'll see you after this.